What's going on, guys? Chandler's Legacy Farm here. Today, we're taking a look at a new blade that I just purchased yesterday while I was up in the city. I was up in St. Louis yesterday. Went to Bass Pro, and I saw a video on this blade on this blade's larger brother from Gideon's Tactical not real long ago, and it really intrigued me. I didn't realize they made a smaller one. Excuse me. I was kind of on the fence on which one to get until I really got them both in hand. But Cabelas is producing a blade that is a lot like an ESEE or a rat model. Okay, the only difference is that blade shape. Okay, rat and the ESEEs, as far as I know, really doesn't have anything that has that style of a cookery style design of a blade shape. If they do, maybe I just am not remembering. Okay, but either way, I've got some knives to compare this to. I got a little bit of technique on sharpening a cookery blade that I will kind of show you guys. So let's move some of this stuff around. Move some of these comparisons around. So that way we can get into this blade. So that way we can get this out, get a good look at it. So what we are looking at right here is, let me turn it around because it only says it in American on this side. This is made in the USA. This is the Bushcraft belt knife, okay, from Cabelas, made in USA. High tempered blade, powder coated, high carbon, 5160 steel. 5160. That's a great steel. Full tang, micarta handle scales, premium Kydex sheath. Who does that automatically remind you of? ESEE, ESEE all the way, right? Or maybe a rat model, right? So let's get into this thing. We will open it up. Get this thing opened up. There is your presentation in the box. That's what it looks like whenever you open it out of the box. There's a lot of reading literature on this thing. It says, for your care and instructions, talking about keeping it lubricated and keeping it oil on it or something, you know, just to keep it clean. Says, do not wash your handmade carbon knife in the dishwasher. Okay. Let's see. It is sharpened to a 20-degree angle. Let's see. There's nothing else really on here. Says if rust spots appear, rub the blade with a metal polish or a very fine steel wool, then re-oil the blade. So let's get this thing out of the box here. Get this thing out of the box. I do have my receipt. We'll go over cost. Now I will not be able to put this blade in the Amazon affiliate links because this is a Cabelas Bass Pro knife, right? But the 3 comparisons and the 1 sharpener, I will be able to put in the Amazon affiliate links. So this little blade was, I think regular price on this thing was $89. Okay, they had these on sale. Every one of them was marked down $10. So I got this one for $79. So by the time I ended up paying tax and everything, it was $87.97. So just under $100 bill for a very good American made blade. So great Kydex sheath. You can see there, great Kydex sheath. Comes with a belt clip attachment, which I actually like. It's not that bad. It actually fits on your belt well. So not bad at all. Great Kydex sheath. Does have a small drainage hole right there in the bottom. So, and this thing's narrow enough. It's heavy. You wouldn't really want to pocket carry it, but if you wanted to put something like a tech lock or something like that over here on the side, you could probably run a tech lock on it. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'll tell you this, guys. I'm very excited about this blade. Now we'll get it pulled out here. It says Cabelas and it says USA. That is all the branding that is on this blade. That is it. The micarta handle scales feel very nice. whenever I think of, I looked at every one of the blades, every one of these, because this is the belt knife. They have a chopper, and that's the one that was on Gideon's Tactical. Then they have a machete, and then they have a hatchet, okay? I didn't look at the machete or the hatchet, but I did look at the chopper, and I compared it to the belt knife. I like the belt knife better than the chopper, because the chopper is actually made similar. It's not as large. I think it's shorter. I think it's only like a 7-something-inch knife. But the chopper is made similar to this. No, I mean, it's not, but it is. It's got the same Kukri design blade, right? Now it has canvas micarta halo scales instead of being a rubber overmold. But this is your Kershaw Camp 10, okay? I have used and abused the crap out of this knife, and it has been fantastic. For the price on a giant blade, it is very hard to beat this thing. So I already had this, and I already love this. And like I said, the chopper one, I think, is only a couple inches shorter than this one, okay? So I was like, nah, I don't really need the chopper because I have this. So I went with the belt knife. And I'm really glad I did. I really like it. Now, you'll notice right off the bat, this was one of the things that Gideon's Tactical said about his. There's no lanyard hole. No lanyard hole. So he drilled a hole in his and made a lanyard hole. This is a small enough knife. This is a belt knife. This has got a 5. Yeah, I think the whole knife overall is like 10 inches long. Yeah, it's basically a 10-inch knife, just a shade over. That's like 10 1/4. And then the blade length, I think it's like a 5 1/4-inch blade, but it is very comfortable. It does not have any jipping on it anywhere. The spine is sharp. Even though it's powder coated, it is sharp. It is a sharp spine, so it will strike a fire steel. It will shave fat wood. It has got the Kukri design, but if you look at it, it has a saber grind that comes up through here, and then for right about here out, it flattens out. So it's like a saber grind. It's like a saber grind into a full flat. All right. It still has decent amount of tip strength, I believe. It's not. It's a pretty fine tip, but I think it'll still be strong. I think. But man, that is one great. The feel of this blade is very cool. It feels great. And with this Kukri design, a lot of people doesn't like these because they're a little harder to sharpen, but I'll show you how to sharpen these things. You get you a work sharp pocket knife sharpener. All right. You see that ceramic? You just give it that. That's all you got to do. Keep it sharp. Don't smack rocks and shit with it. Keep it sharp. Every time after you've used this thing for a weekend, bring it home and hone it with this, and try not to do anything really crazy with it. And you can sharpen these just like this. All right. And if you have to, you can turn it sideways like this to hone it that way also. You can sharpen these. And this one is not curved enough to where it would be very hard to sharpen anyway. Okay. Now this is a large blade. It has got a large, deep belly to it right here. So yeah, it would be it could be a pain in the butt to sharpen in a normal fashion. So that's the reason why I give it one of these, right? It works out fine. And like I said, I can sharpen this one the exact same way. And I'm not as picky as a lot of people. As long as it's sharp and as long as it will cut, I'm happy with that. I don't have to have that exact perfect edge. Just as long as it'll do what I want it to do, that's all that matters to me. There will be a Firecraft video on this blade because I cannot wait to do it. It will be coming out very soon. Very soon, because I cannot wait to get this thing on some fat wood, on some pine, do some batoning with it. I cannot wait to get into this thing. So the other comparisons that I have. So I brought this out as a comparison just to tell you about, how to sharpen it, how to sharpen these things, right? So the main thing that we want to compare them to probably is something like an ESEE. This is my ESEE 4 HM. Okay, ESEE 4. So 4-inch blade. I guess it's 4-inch blade. It's an ESEE 4. What has it got? Well, yeah, it's like a 4.5 almost. So anyway, there's what you're looking at, guys, right there. Now you can tell that this is a duller powder coat than what they put on the ESEEs. Okay, you can just tell that it's a little duller color. The canvas micarta does feel better on the ESEE than this. Is a little slicker, but it's not as slick as like the rat models. The rat models are slicker than this is. So this is like right in between. If you have a rat, now this is what I'm thinking so far. If you have a rat model, this is probably going to feel better than a rat, but it's not going to feel quite as good as an ESEE. Okay, it lays right in the middle. Yeah, I've held some rat models. I've played with them, you know, in the stores. A friend of mine's got a couple of rat 3s, and a couple friends of mine has got rat 3s. I have an ESEE 3 that I carry a lot, and I'm telling you guys, this is just barely a step under an ESEE and barely a step above. You know, it's a step above a rat. Just my opinion. Now, the awesome part about this thing is you do not have to modify it at all. It's going to strike the fire steel and it's going to scratch fat wood. I have to modify my ESEEs. See there? I had to grind that off, or I sanded that off with a sander so I can strike fire steels, right? So I've got this very sharp. This one is just, I mean, almost as sharp as what I have that I done myself. All right. So there's your comparison with an ESEE 4. Now this is probably my favorite ESEE that I own. I know there's a lot of people that loves all different models of ESEEs. This one doesn't seem to get as much love, in my opinion, as what a lot of the other ESEEs do. But this is my ESEE Laser Strike. And I mean, I love this blade. This is my favorite ESEE. All right. When it comes to my ESEEs, if I'm going to grab one to go out and do something with, I love this one. All right. I like it a lot. Great Kydex sheath. So, and if you don't know, these ESEE laser strikes, they come with a little washer right here, and I can take that washer off to get into the handle scales. And then I have a little fire kit. It comes with little fire tabs inside of the handle. Okay. So awesome little fire starting capability there. And it has a bow drill divot here. It does have, you can grip it back here for a little bit, you know, and you can put your lanyard around your wrist, run it between these two fingers. Then you got plenty of length here to chop with, and it's not going to get away from you. All right. Then you can run it around your wrist like this to choke back to get some power in. And then when you really want to do that fine work, you can move up into your finger choil and get right there on that blade. Okay. I just love this knife, and it has the jipping on this is not too sharp and it's not too dull. It gives you a perfect grip on this blade. It has got a pretty well a sabered down into a flat grind. All right. Spear point design. So your point is in the center of the blade. So if you're having to do any drilling with the tip, you're in the center of your blade is what I'm getting at. Your tip's not way off to the one side or the other. Okay. And I did square up the spine on this blade so I can scratch fat wood, strike fire steel. This is an amazing knife. But these will run you, you know, $130 something, I guess. I don't remember what they are. And your ESEE 4 about the same price, but you can get into one of these. We can get into one of these for under $100, you know. And I'll kind of line them up here so you can see what we got. I'll have to turn them around. Let me get them turned around like that, so that where you guys can see the logos. There we go, guys. There we go. You got your ESEE 4, your ESEE Laser Strike, and your belt knife from Cabelas. Three very awesome American-made blades right there. Right there. Very cool. I don't know. I love ESEE, and anytime you can get something that is almost ESEE quality, and you can get it for under $100, that's just crazy, guys. That is awesome. It is great. It feels so good in the hand. I love the Kirkery design. Don't ask me why that design, that blade shape connects with me so much, but it does. I just love it. So awesome knives, awesome knives. So we're going to get out of here. I'm going to make a Firecraft video very soon. Look for it to come out very soon. On this new Cabelas knife. So you can look for the two ESEE blades in the Amazon affiliate links down below, along with the sharpener and the big Kershaw Camp 10. These are tough. God, they're tough. So anyway, guys, that's it. Chandler's Legacy Farm. If you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll get this remote control going here. And we're out of here. Don't forget, Firecraft video coming up very soon. Very soon. We will. We'll see you guys.